Hi everyone, and welcome to like kind of a mini Mayor's Corner. We're out here at a new project site for an exciting development in De Pere. Normally we talk about big buildings going up and housing subdivisions. This is slightly different. So to explain what's going on and get some understanding of this, we brought along our street superintendent, Tony Fietzer. Hi Tony.
Hi. Thanks, Mayor.
Welcome to the mini Mayor's Corner. So what we have here right now is a reposition of our compost site.
Yep.
And this is something that's been in the works for quite some time. There are many reasons why we did this, but maybe you want to get an overview of where we are right now and then maybe give some little understanding of what's going on.
Sure. Our new site is located at 2005 Commerce Drive. It's just directly north of our old existing site at 655 Rockland Road. So we're really close to where we were. As a crow flies, we're darn near adjacent.
Just yards away.
Yeah,
so
yards
really
away.
Close, yeah.
So the new site, some of the things that you'll notice a little bit different than the old one is we're completely fenced in. We have a new paved area in the front, which will help with the people drop off during rain events and things like that. There shouldn't be the mud and stuff anymore. So it's exciting that we're going to have a new yard waste drop-off site for residents.
Yeah, it really is. So a lot of things were kind of in play to make this thing happen. So a convolution of many different things. We have the new Southbridge Connector Road,
Correct.
Which is right in front of where the old compost site was. Ledgeview had decided to go in a different direction and have their own compost site.
Yep.
So it's clearly just for De Pere residents only.
Right.
In addition, the Southbridge Connector will make access from the west side to the east side much easier once that is completed. So that's important as well too. And additionally, that opens up development opportunities for City of De Pere projects off of the Rockland Road site, which will be the new Southbridge Connector.
Correct.
So a lot of things happened at once, and then as staff, you brought stuff forward to committees and then the Common Council, and they agreed. Hey, now's the time to, if we're going to do this and we're going to shift and move, let's do it right. So
Correct.
We really have a whole different type environment here, and you described some of that, but you can describe some more too.
Yeah, so we have roughly 2.5 acres of our new yard waste facility. This is strictly for City of De Pere residents only living in the corporate city limits. Previously, the town of Ledgeview and the corporate city limits of De Pere got to utilize it, and we shared cost. But with them going in their direction of creating their own for their residents, we have decided to really make it our own, and we've fenced it in. We have gate-controlled access where residents will register online. They'll get a 6-digit code. That code will be valid. They pull up, punch in, and the gate will open for them. We also have, for the security of our residents, we have cameras throughout. It's not just security, but also to just make sure everybody is compliant in what we can take and get rid of, and we want to make sure that what we're taking here is an acceptable item that we can get rid of and process or share with farmers or turn into compost and get back out to our residents. So having this area now strictly resident only, we can control what's coming in and be able to invest with improvements on this new site with the fencing, with the paved front area, the camera systems for security, the entrance and exit gates. It's really kind of you don't often think about yard waste sites being exciting, but it is really an exciting time.
It is, and so people understand, we have a great relationship with our neighbors, Rockland, Ledgeview, Wayside, Morrison, etc. We have these enhanced security measures, and there's a really good reason for that. These things don't come cheap.
Correct.
And our residents, the taxpayers, are paying for all of these services that we provide. So we want to make sure that it's just utilized by our residents, and then what we do with this comes at a cost as well. So it's not a matter of, hey, we have to have all the security stuff. It is very important, but we want to make sure that this is for the residents only because they're paying for this.
Correct. Yeah, we want to make sure those that are actually invested in living in the community are the ones that are paying for it. And it's not as simple as, oftentimes we think about, hey, it's just a branch or it's just a bag of leaves, but that adds up after time, and we have to find places to dispose of it, whether it's bringing a tub grinder in and grinding it, the yard waste and grass. Oftentimes we're trying to find farmers that are interested in taking it on fields, and that as the city and the areas develop, that gets a little bit more as the farms tend to go away a little bit. It gets a little bit harder to get rid of. So we want to make sure that we have a managing control of the amount of material we're getting in.
And to help with the transition, we will have personnel out here,
yes,
at least for the first month or
yep,
so.
That's our goal.
And that's kind of important so we can put the residents at ease. And it's going to be a little different. Residents will have to register. There will be a process. So if you want to explain how that works.
So currently, we just kicked it off online, social media and our website. It is an online form. Click on it, it'll ask for your name, address, phone number, email. and if you're a property owner or a renter, and then it'll get into a vehicle description so that we know that, hey, you're going to bring in a certain vehicle. And then ultimately it's just signing that you acknowledge what is acceptable and not acceptable, and that you won't share your code with anyone outside of your home, to make sure that we are, again, keeping that within the city here. And that's it. You pull up to the gate, you punch in the code, the gate will open, you can unload and exit. It's going to be a one-way in, one-way out, so we can try and keep the traffic flow going smooth. As you pull up to the exit gate, there's a loop in the asphalt that will open the gate and off you go.
That's great. Again, we're doing this little information because it will be a little bit of a change.
Right.
We also think this is very beneficial. Obviously, it's an important service that the residents, expect and want.
Right.
But this was an attempt to try to mitigate any concerns people have.
One of the things that will happen is, as you register, you'll get that code. The code will take a little bit of time to get uploaded into our system that operates the gate. So if you can register early, get the code, then we will get it uploaded. So generally speaking, we're going to try and upload every day. Like as we get these entries, it'll get uploaded, then the card will get active, or the code will get active. But just be patient, because it will be during the business day as the office staff can get it uploaded. But we'll also have a QR code outside the entrance that if you haven't heard of this and you pull up and you're like, oh, how do I register? We can get you to that. The first month or so, we're going to have staff out here that will help the process of getting you access in and helping you get signed up. But really, once you're signed up and you get that code and we get it uploaded, you're all set to go.
In addition, we have the MSC is staged in a new office. So
Correct.
We're going to have the address posted on here so you can see it. So MSC is undergoing an expansion on the west side. So we have our temporary location on the east side. So people can go there as well, and they can do it in person if they don't feel comfortable online.
Correct. They can do that. We also have, during office hours, a push button where you can call direct to our office, and we can verify and let you in remotely, get you going if there's any issues or concerns. But again, we're at 1201 Enterprise Drive, Suite A is our temporary office if you need to come in and talk to us or trying to get registered with us. Otherwise, you can do it here remote or online.
And again, if you have any questions and you didn't quite catch all that, because we're going to post it as well too, just contact MSC, go to the City of De Pere website, and then you'll get connected with somebody. So again, 2 important dates. Right now, as we speak, it's going live, so people can start registering for their code number. Yep. And then this site will be open
Monday, June 15th.
Okay.
When that opens Monday, June 15th, the old existing site will be closed and locked up. And the intent of that is to get everybody transitioning to the new site and getting it operational so that everybody can get in and retransition. And additionally, we're looking at other options for that old site in the meantime.
Great. So again, this was for information only, but we think it's very important information because this is a slight change. But again, we're just a few hundred yards away from the old site, a little different way of getting in, and again, emphasizing this is for De Pere residents only. But Tony Fietzer, thanks for joining us here. We're excited about this, and we're looking forward to June 15th for the opening of the new compost site.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.